So today we are at Metcalf Antique Mall in Overland Park, Kansas, and of course I have the pups with me. There's Rocco and Pretzel. They are all ready to go in their stroller, and we also went over to Glenwood Antique Mall, so you get a twofer in this video. There's the baby. All right, I've been gone for like 6 weeks or so. I haven't been here for a while because I was traveling, and they made a lot of great changes. Look at this booth right when you walk in. It's got a ton of mid-century glass. Those swung glass vases were amazing. There's some case glass in there. I see some Fenton, and they kind of clustered them together like by color, and I thought that was really pretty. And then over here, I had to come check out more swung glass vases because why not? They had some great ones. There's some columns, some Viking, and a little couple bud vases there. But unfortunately, their prices are right where they need to be, so I couldn't get any for resale. Here's a nice uranium glass display, which is also new, I believe. That enamel on that candy dish was amazing. And then down here, we're still in the same booth. And I found this really cool uranium glass lamp. I thought that was pretty neat. I don't think I've ever seen that one before, so I did like that. And then down here they had some dishware, a little bit of jadeite, but up on top they had some moon and star glowy goblets, which I thought were pretty cool. They were priced at $65 each, so cool as they were. Oh, little Kachina dolls. It's so funny because me, Kat, and Christina were just talking about these, and Kat found some, then Christina found some, and now I found some. They're not really my thing. I think they're adorable. I do like them, but I don't sell them very often, so I did leave them. I don't even know if that's a good price for them or not. But these birds back here, I think they're little Norcrest birds. Yeah, Norcrest birds on a branch. The pair was $75. I found this little goober. He is like a little Loch Ness monster. Somebody made him. He was cute. And the tag said that was a fairy casket. So they had quite the sense of humor. I do like that bull, but he had a moose. He had a chipped ear. Look at that face. Isn't that amazing? I think it's a Costa Boda. And they had it marked at 115, I say? 115? That's a cute little ashtray. I love the colors of it. Very MCM. It was a Japan piece. And I'm like, I don't really do anything with ashtrays, but I like it. And this little trinket box was really cool too. I like the colors on it. And I think that one was like 38 if I remember correctly. So, and I like how they put the elastic around it so people wouldn't break it because it's two different pieces. Cute little owl bookends. And of course they had some jewelry, so I had to check that out real quick. Seems like a lot of plastic pieces, so I didn't spend a whole lot of time on that jewelry. And then over here, the bling caught my attention. So I'm looking at all these rhinestone pieces, lots of brooches, but then I'm like, these look really, really new. So I turned it over, and sure enough, they were the newer pieces, which there's nothing wrong with that. They're still cute. It's just that's not what I'm looking for. So I did walk away from those. And then look at this Little Miss Pris display. So cute. The sugar and the creamer and the salt and pepper shakers. I love them. And then over here, this person was selling jewelry that she made. So I thought that was pretty cool. There was little dichroic earrings. I'm not sure if she made the glass herself or just took pieces and put it together. I'm not sure. But they were pretty handmade. They were pricey, but they were handmade. And they were beautiful. I really liked them. And then over here, I was trying to see if there was a Millefiori in there and then a bug on it. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It was a pendant. All right, let's go over to the next booth. And then it was all Christmas, like a beautiful vintage Christmas. They have some mercury glass garland, some dream pets, knee huggers, some kitsch. Look at these kitschy little kangaroos. Like, what are they doing? They're just like staring at us. More knee huggers hanging up on the wall there. So super, super nice Christmas items in here. Of course, they're behind a lock, so I couldn't get into them. And there was some prices that I couldn't see. There's some more garland there. And then over here, there's a nice Pyrex display. So I had to see if there's any lady on the lefts and the Amish butter print, but not today. Today was not the day to find another lady on the left, so, but always check. Never hurts to check. All right, over here I found this really cute piggy. He is an Eldrith, which is very well known for their salt glazes, and he was right at $70, so unfortunately I couldn't get him as cute as he was. If he was maybe around the $20 mark, I probably would have picked him up because I liked him so much, but alas, it's okay. We'll keep looking. All right, down over here, I found this Tanala mushroom, and it was pretty amazing. You can see how large it is in my hand. It was marked, and that was only $37, and I'm like, that's not a bad price, but I was thinking, like, for me, not really for resale. I have this thing with mushrooms right now. I keep buying mushrooms to put on display. I have, like, all these hanging shelves, and I just want mushrooms. That decanter was pretty cool. There's some paperweights in here that I was checking out. Little Limoges box there. That was real pretty. I didn't see any paperweights I absolutely had to have. But then I saw this perfume bottle, and I'm like, wait, I still need a stopper for that perfume bottle I got in Massachusetts, and I still haven't found one. Then I found this pottery vase. It was so pretty. It had a ton of marks on the bottom. I don't know who that artist is, but it was gorgeous. They have lots of good furniture. Look how nice that looks. Like in a little parlor room or side room, that would be so pretty, a little den. And then these chairs had birds on them. They were amazing. Like the furniture alone is worth coming here for. And then I found this little cute kitty string holder. I think I've seen him the last time I was here. There's another one. He has a friend, so at least he's not lonely. And yes, I'm using my phone today, if you saw it in the mirror. I left my glasses at home, and I don't know. I could have gone back for them, but I'm like, I'll just use my phone. It's fine. So we are using the phone today. Lots of brass in this booth. And I love how they have their regular stuff, but then they also popped in some Halloween, so that way they can still, like, have some holiday without totally redoing their booth. And then those were some really cool plaques, $70 on each of those. Old hair comb with some rhinestones in it. That really caught my attention with those green shimmers. Little Fenton back there. And I love how this looks. Like, look at all these vintage kitchenware items, like biscuit jars and canisters. I thought they looked really nice displayed together, and that yellow on the blue, it was good. And then teeth. Like, teeth. Is this a thing? Like, people sell orthodontics? Some had braces. They're around like $40 each. I don't know if that's a good deal or not. This is totally outside of my wheelhouse. But here we are. Well, maybe that one said 70. See? I don't know. No idea. Oh, look at this one. This one's only a partial one. And that one has braces. It was weird. All right, here's more of the stuff I like. Murano glass pears. There was 2 of them. And they had that nice gold oro going through it. $27 each, which is a really good price. And I was tempted, but right now I'm really just kind of looking for jewelry, and also for a couple more pieces for the signature series, which is coming up. This was amazing. This is a Juliana Easter egg, and I think it was like $250. It was insanely good, though. I wanted to show it to you. It's a real pretty purple bracelet, another Juliana rhinestone brooch, and then some enamel flowers. Then I found these paperweights, and I just wanted to check them out and see if there's anything I need. I did actually end up getting that black and white Murano swirl out of the case, but it had a tiny ding on it, so I did pass on it. And then as I was leaving, I found this huge button bin, and it was just so fun to kind of go through it a little bit. I was seeing if they could find any Bakelite buttons, but just on my quick little perusal, I didn't see any. And then I realized that I was like moving them around and separating them from their matches. Okay, now we're at Glenwood Antique Mall, which is right across the street. Look at this amazing heavy Moriarty. I'm going to say it's a tobacco jar, because the other containers look like tobacco jars to me, but it's an owl, and it was amazing. And I got my head up and under there. It's $1,100, so I'm like, ooh, you're worth it, but I can't buy you, and I'm really sad about that. And then this is a cool little Christ piece I don't think I've ever seen before. It looks like a little pelican bird, and it had a hole in her head like it's a vase, but also like a caddy holder. I don't know what was the purpose of it. This is a lot of L.E. Smith Moon and Star glass on this table, and I love the look of it all together like that. It was so pretty, all clustered together. A little bit of Fenton in there. I see some peeking through. But look how pretty that looks. And they have the whole canister set, all the sizes. And then I found this jellyfish paperweight, and there was 2 of them. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. It was $65. I think it was just a Chinese import, if I had to guess. But they called it octopus. I'm like, wait, octopus? All right, I'm glad I'm not the only person who doesn't know their animals. All right, over here I found some little barrettes. And these have been really popular over on Knickknacks during my jewelry sale. So they're only $5 each, and I thought they were kind of cute. One of them was made in France, so I did pick those up, and I will probably have them in my jewelry sale on Sunday. I like the pink and white checkered one. I don't know, I went for the pink ones. I was kind of in a pinky mood. The white one was not as exciting. And then I got to thinking, maybe I need one of these for my hair. My hair's getting long again. No, I don't need one. I have plenty of elastics. Okay. Over here, I found all these little trinkets and then one cute little brooch that would look like it was hand painted. And then I found this beautiful iridescent vase, and I wanted to see if it was signed, so maybe I could put it in the signature series, but I did not see a signature. And then I was putting it down. It was also $125. They did not know who made it either, on the tag anyways. And over here at the next booth was some more vintage Christmas. You can never have too much vintage Christmas. Look at those little elves in the background. They're adorable. Little dog with a candy cane, some pine cone men, I guess. And then up here there was some PY. I love this booth. I always check out this case when I'm here. The whole Howard. I know some of this stuff has been shown before, but it's always worth looking through it one more time. And then I found some Bakelite. It's $14 for a belt buckle. I don't do much with belt buckles, so I don't know. If you guys want me to go get that, let me know. The butterfly brooch was $14. So the price is right where they need to be, but the Bakelite I thought was a good deal. I just don't sell belt buckles. I don't know. Maybe I should have got it. And then there's a rhinestone strawberry, but it is missing one rhinestone, so I did leave it there. I have seen it before, and I get tempted every time, but it is missing one. And there's some little putz houses down there. I thought those were cute with all the glitter on them. And then more rhinestone jewelry on the bottom. I think that whole set was like $37, I want to say. And over here, I was checking out this booth. They had a nice little mixed variety of items. There's a bowl back there with its original Bischoff sticker, which you don't see very often. So I was excited to see this sticker. Yes, I get excited over stickers. The original stickers are fun to find. They had this bowl, which is a Glass Eye Studio. I have looked at it before, and I was trying to see if it was signed anywhere, so I could put it in the signature series, but I don't think so. The ones I've had in the past have had stickers on them, so I definitely think it's Glass Eye, but I need something with a signature, so I left it behind, even though it's really pretty. Here I am, still trying to find a signature that's not there. All right, let's keep moving on. And this kind of caught my interest, and it was a lucite tray, like for, I guess, if you have a dinner party or something. But they come undone, so you don't have to crisscross it. You can leave it like that, and I thought that was pretty neat. It was only $22, and I thought about getting it for me, but I'm like, I don't host enough parties to even need that. I did like it, though. Look at that horse bowl. That's amazing. And then I was trying to carefully, very carefully, get back here because what caught my eye was this hippo. It is a Bennington. We've looked at him before. I just love him. I wanted to come say hi again. He moved. He's in a different spot in the booth. But there's this little Bennington mark, and I believe they're out of Vermont. And it was just amazing. I've been there. I know they're in Vermont. There might be more than one Bennington, but I'm pretty sure it's the one in Vermont. But look how cute he is. He's adorable. All right, toast holders. And then down here, I think I've seen this before, the little poodle plates. And I'm like, oh, they're so cute. I think they were $17 each. Let's see. Oh, nope. Not even close. $60 for the set. And then I found all this jewelry over here. And this was like a handmade dragonfly that I was checking out. Thought it was really well done, so I wanted to show you guys that. Some Christmas brooches, this cute little pixie over here, And some more rhinestone ones. Another uranium glass display. They're pretty prominent in this antique mall, but I love that Fenton bud vase. And I think it was only $39. I'm like, that's technically hand signed because it's hand painted. So I thought about it for a minute, and then I'm like, no. Maybe if it was $29, I would have, because I mean, I like the glow, but all right, let's keep going. I like the jadeite little refrigerator box in the back. And then I found all these cute little kitschy dogs and that zebra. It might be a Rio Hondo. I'm not 100% sure on that, but look at his little face. Like, so sweet. They're around $20 each, so right where they need to be for prices. I thought that might be an Artisania Rinconata, but in the end, I don't think it was. Okay, this is intriguing. I believe this is a Stevens and Williams Burmese glass, I guess, little mini pitcher, but the most intriguing part was that it is like a Jack in the Pulpit, and then it had all these thorns on the handle. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, maybe I've looked at this before, because I might have bought that, but it had a chip on one of the where the handle connected, so I left it behind for $50, even though I did love it. Here's another Viking bud vase in the beautiful blue neat color, and then this one threw me off. I'm like, I don't know who you are. Maybe a Kana, if I had a guess. That's a guess, but I love that aqua blue, $39.99. I'm like, I don't collect these. I have like 3 of them in my bedroom on a shelf, and I like how they look, but I'm like, I don't need another one. It's fine. It's fine. And then this Murano Millefiori paperweight is still here, and it still has a ding on it, so I still left it behind, though that is a good price, considering how tiny those Millefioris are. Look how well done that is. It's like so pretty to look at. All right, over here, this what caught my eye. I'm still in the same booth, and the mushroom caught my eye. I'm like, is that a Blanco mushroom? And after picking it up and checking it over, I'm like, I don't think it is. It wasn't marked or anything, and I think it was like $59, I want to say. So I think it was one from like Home Goods or TJ Maxx or something like that, if I had to guess. And of course, I have to show you this Pedestal Dominion swung glass vase. It is so good. It is made by Ellie Smith, and it is in the clear color, which is not typical. Like, it's not a normal color. I've seen it in reds and blues and green, and I think they even make it in bittersweet, but not clear very often. And over here, they had a ton of cute little kitschy items. I'm just kind of perusing the shelves, seeing if anything catches my eye. That donkey was pretty amazing. There were some cute little tiny vases there, some glassware, little perfume bottle. Did not have the stopper that I need, and I only like remembered it like halfway through the second antique mall that I still need to find the stopper, so I have not been doing a good job looking for it. Look at those are Weiss strawberry earrings. They're $65, and then that micro mosaic was $30. The enamel flower was $25, I believe. So real pretty pieces, but priced right where they need to be. So unfortunately, I could not take them home, but they are gorgeous. And then this fun booth had all their Halloween already out, so I wanted to check them out because I remember these kind of masks when I was a kid. And look at that Mo mask over there. And then some beautiful Murano pieces in here. There's the dancing couple. There's an ashtray. That bird back there is pretty amazing. There's some Scavo on that ewer back there. Look at the heavy gold oro in there. And of course, more birds. Down below, there was a beautiful dish. And also some jewelry that was stunning. Some sterling there. Some shell, some abalone shell inlay. And then some quartz down here. Real pretty pieces and very well displayed. And of course, we had to go check out the Antique Mall bunnies. They live here. They are adorable, and I love seeing them every time I come to visit this antique mall. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.